everyone. Hope you all are doing great. Welcome to today's session of Meet the Global Leader. This program is organized by School of Entrepreneurship Development. The objective of this program is to share the professional journey and learning of different things in different ways for people who are doing things around the world with this audience who are basically students currently studying at the universities. So this global program is actually broaden their mindset. And it will help them to create awareness or knowing things, how people doing things differently in other countries. So it's an eye-opening session for them and a lot of things to learn from our speakers. Today, we have invited Miss Cornelia. She is a CEO of C Apartments and a student of Geneva Business School. And she is a highly experienced marketing professional with a passion for creating impactful campaigns. She has a proven track record of success in developing and executing strategic marketing plans that drive results. She's currently studying her master's degree in marketing. She's also a volunteer board member at Well Kenya, a non-profit organization that empowers women and girls in Kenya. In addition to her academic and professional experience, she's also a certified cheerleading coach. She has coached for over 5 years and has a deep passion for the sport. So I'm thrilled to have her with us today to share her insights through this webinar. We believe that our are going to learn a lot. So Cornelia, welcome to our session.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm very grateful. I'm looking forward to share all my knowledge with you.
Great. Can you share about your student life? What are you studying and the things that you're doing apart from your study, how it is helping you developing skills apart from your other associations?
Mhm. Yes, right now I'm studying at Geneva Business School, but with their campus that is based in Barcelona. And overall, with business, like the thing that fascinates me the most is that it's a multi-phase nature of its operations, from strategic planning and leadership to market, sales, product development. And the thing that I noticed early in my life, even if it was working as a bartender or doing the administration stuff at bigger corporations, is everywhere. And that's what I would say is the most, like, when I studying right now, I not only starting with working in one area. Business is everywhere, and it's important to have that in mind. Like, every time you walk out your door, every time you post an Instagram post or LinkedIn post, it's marketing yourself, selling yourself, and the business around it is everywhere. So that is something that I would 100% take with me all the time, and something that I'm constantly trying to develop and increase my knowledge about it and increase my everything about it. And it's the same with the finance part. Financing your everyday expenses, everything is a part of it. And business is such a multi-faced, multicolored area that I believe everyone should have the opportunity to learn about. And that's why I'm also so grateful to be here. And the studies at Geneva Business School is amazing. I learn a lot, especially by working with people from different cultures. I'm born and raised in Sweden, but I'm half Spanish. So I'm super grateful to also be able to get this insight from how different people work. And I will for sure talk about that later as well. But the knowledge of being able to master the people way to handle people and the way to talk with people is one of the biggest things you can sit on. And that is something that we work on a lot at Geneva Business School as well.
Great. And you have diverse background, like from marketing to cheerleading. So what made you decide to pursue business studies at Geneva Business School?
Hmm. Oh, it's a hard question. As you might understand, I love business, and it is everywhere. And even when I worked as a cheerleading coach in the age of 15 until now that I take care of finance in the NGO, business is everywhere. And I've always been interested in business, but with the Geneva Business School, it was word of mouth. I heard it from friends and through my parents' friends. And if you look, they have a very specific way of working, which I love. It's more practical, and they talk a lot about responsible leaders. And that is something that is close to my heart, and that's why I chose Geneva Business School. And um you always have business in life, and I would recommend everyone to learn as much business as possible.
Perfect. So, like as students, when they are at universities, they have so many engagements, mostly not productive. It's like hanging out too much, being on social medias too much. So in developing countries like us, this happens a lot. So, um, according to you, how do you actually manage time? Like apart from your study and doing things like your other associations, as you are also a current board member role, you're the CEO. So how do you manage time, and how students can manage time effectively? If you suggest some tips on that.
Hmm. Honestly, time management is nothing that came naturally to me. Everyone struggles with it, and it's something that everyone has to work with all the time. I work with it all the time. I'm also a student. I'm in my 20s, wanting to have the good time, hanging out with friends, spending time on social media, and at the same time also wanting to increase my business knowledge and increase my future and secure my future. But something that is easy now that I'm a few years older and I have a lot going on, something that I recommend is to sit down and start with your own values. Start with what you believe in yourself and what your main values is. So when you have this table full of different things, full of different homeworks or plans or whatever it is, you sit down and you take up your list of values, and the values that fits with the different things on your table, that's what you should prioritize. And we always work with these smart goals, that you have to put the goals into different categories so that you know what you do. And as I understood, the people that are listening, you're same as me, women that are studying, trying to do it all. um, it's okay to not be perfect every time. It's okay to fail sometimes, as long as you use it to your advantage. And always try to do your best. You cannot do more than your best. And if you do your best, that's all. In the end, you will not regret anything. But with the planning, just like, do I love to-do list. To-do list is the best thing that exists, and you can have it on your phone, on a paper, whatever you feel like. And try to make time. You can schedule time for the good parts as well. So your to-do list should not only be the different courses that you have to do that is a bit hard or a bit take more time, but also schedule a time during the day where you are allowed to do something that you actually enjoy. um and I believe that is something that it will help you, and it helped me a lot. And when you're stressed and you have a lot on your plate, just back to your core values, go back to why you're doing what you're doing. And it will get easier to get away from your phone and get away from the different social medias, and understand, like, okay, this is my goal in 1 year, in 1 week, or in 10 years. And you will get a different perspective on it.
Definitely, organizing, like time and tasks will definitely help them in a long way. So this
Mm-hmm.
is the time they should also, yeah, develop this skill, because there's too many things to do, like but within very short time, 24 hours of time, but like almost hundreds of works, like checking different social media, checking different but not doing productive things most of the time. So this is very important to find the passion, the things that they like, uh, and being associated with different activities to develop skills, doing good work. So university life is a little bit full of responsibilities. It's not about studying. They have responsibility to the community, like do things for the greater good of human being. So this is a life of responsibility. So you have mentioned that you moved from Sweden to Spain.
Mm-hmm.
What are the biggest adjustments you have made transitioning from working in Gothenburg to studying in Geneva?
Oh, there's a lot of things. I've lived abroad a lot of my life, but there's a different thing to really settle down. My education is in 3 years, and first off, the biggest adjustment was just to be able to live that far away from your family. Everyone struggles with it, even if you have ton of experience with it. Everyone has issues with it, and then also with the language is one thing. With the culture, there's a lot of stuff that is not the same. It doesn't matter if you move from city to city or country to country or continent to continent, there will always be differences, and that is for sure one of the biggest challenges and adjustments that I had to make. But I would 100% say that I will say that during the entire time that all of your challenges are, you should view it as opportunities instead. When I sit there at the when I walk out my house and trying to get something and it's siesta, I had no clue. And when they have the greetings, it's different in all countries. And instead of viewing it as adjustments, you should view it as earning knowledge and earning cultures from different perspectives. um, so of course the culture was a big change, but every time I move abroad you should view it as an opportunity to learn it and to gain the knowledge instead of changing it. And then we have the language. In Sweden we talk a lot of English and we're used to it, but working with different people from different countries all over the world, it's a different way of working, and everyone has their own accents and everyone has their own way of talking and everyone has their own way of living. And you have to understand that, even though for me the hardest part also in school was to understand how the values are different from person to person. My values and the norms in my area is very different from the norms in a different country or a different continent. um, and that is something that I had to learn. I speak my mind. I have a lot of opinions, as you should. But having that opportunity to see how different people work and how people from different places choose to plan things. Same with time management. For me, I'm good with the to-do list, I'm good with planning, but in all cultures that is not something that is the same priority. So that is also something. In my school we have a lot of group work, which I believe is amazing. We have to learn how to work in groups, but that was also a big adjustment, learning that what fits me might not fit everyone.
Great, great. And you have mentioned the teamwork, that you work in group. So in
Mhm.
our life, if we want to achieve big things, teamwork is important. If you are start your own venture, team member is also important that you are working with. If they are not passionate enough or in the same line like you, it is not going to sustain or survive for the longer period. This
Mhm.
is also important, and the values, all the things that you mentioned is very important. So how do you envision your business education equipping you for your future career goals?
Oh, um, It's hard. I'm still in my 20s trying to figure out life, of course, as everyone is, as we always will be. But as I mentioned before, business exists everywhere. And if you would have asked me 3 months ago, I would have had one dream, and today I have another one. But all I know is that the education I do will always be to my benefit. And right now, I'm dreaming of being a successful entrepreneur. And for me, successful doesn't only mean money wise. It's important to know that in today's world, in today's society, where we are the youth, we have the opportunity to do something good. We have the opportunity to do something that has an impact. And that is something that is very important to me. So hopefully, my fingers crossed, I will be able to use my business degree and be able to not only make a good living for myself, and but also be a role model for the younger women and younger girls. Also have an impact on, I have a lot of heart for the kids in Kenya. My dream is to be able to continue working there with the board member for Vale Vale, and the business aspect is everywhere. So my degree will hopefully help me take me from place A to B until the last letter in the alphabet. So hopefully, yeah, I don't know. Everyone is dreaming of
Mm,
different things. And I also would love to mention that it's okay to have different goals, and you should always reach higher. Um, and if you're changing your mind, that's okay, because all knowledge that you earn, all the effort you put in, is always something that you will have in your backpack that will might help you in the future. Even if you're going from marketing to finance or NGOs to private equity, it will always be in your backpack, and you will always have the time to use it, and the time will come.
great. So is it how to pronounce it? Is it Vale Vale,
Yeah.
Kenya, or oh, great, great. So if you share about their mission and how they're creating impact in brief, it would be great for our audience that how different organizations are creating impact in another country by being, like the country difference.
Hmm. Of course, Vale Vale is an organization that has been around for a couple of like 20 years, 30 years. It's based in Kenya, but the grounders and are from Sweden. So that's how I got in touch with them. And they're basically they are not an orphanage. They are more like a home and a place for children and kids to go off to school. For the ones who live in an area called Kibera, which is a small rural area inside of Nairobi. And they do, their goal and mission is to help kids, instead of when they walk from school, instead of going away doing other stuff, they want the kids and the teenagers to come to Vale Vale. They help out with school. They provide different school materials. We have this thing called mobile library, where we go out to the schools, teaching them how to speak English, how to read in English. And their goal is basically to make the kids see a future that they might not have the opportunity to see. And they do everything from football to dance. They love dancing. They have a lot of dancing classes, and make studying fun. Because in those rural areas, it's hard to see a future outside the rural area. But Vale Vale, our goal is to make the kids believe in themselves and not only go back to the other side, but also see the life outside it.
Absolutely amazing. And this is it. I mean, people from anywhere in any position can contribute. Sitting now in today's world, sitting at wherever they are. This is important that the time management. So, for example, we are sitting in one country, but from based on your availability, you are sharing your insights, you are contributing for global good cause. So it's important to to spend some time for the benefit of the human being, and it's possible sitting doing that thing at our own home. So the
Mhm.
mindset is important. uh, so if we go to skills development, so what valuable skills did you gain from your experience at House of Brands, working with customers during pre-sale periods?
Mhm. It was a long time. I worked in House of Brand Store, but it was one of my first jobs as a salesperson and as outside the restaurant life. First time I get to actually see the business world. And the first skill that I would say that I got was is the customer centric skill. We did deep customer understanding, effective communication, active listening, problem solving. All of these stuff are so important, even if it's pre-sale or during sales periods or whenever. The customer centric skills is something that I started gaining from working at House of Brand Store. And I'll say this a lot, but people knowledge is the best knowledge you can have in business. Knowing how to speak, when to sell, when to have the conversation, when to sit back and learn. And that is something that I truly learned during my time at House of Brand Store. Then to the business side, we have the sales and marketing skills that I also started to learn. They have been increasing a lot later on, but I started to gain them when working there. And it's important to know that we have different demand in the different generations. Um, and then we also have the sales enablement to play a crucial role in equipping the sales teams with the necessary products, knowledge always, and the tools that is needed. Because um, sometimes a product cannot always sell itself. Of course, our goal as entrepreneurs is to have a product to sell for itself, but we always have to know that in order to sell something, you have to know the different demographics, age groups. Need to have the correct tools to reach to the specific customer that we need, even if it's B2B, business to business, or B2C, business to consume. So it's important to have the right tools. And then always I learned how to do my market research before spending any money on marketing, before spending any unnecessary time. Take the extra time to sit down. I learned how to not only understand my product but also understand the customers, and that is a vital role. They play a vital role in selling whatever it is that is selling. If it's a pillow or if it's a car, it's important all the time. And then, of course, we have the teamwork skills, as we talked about before. Teamwork is always there, and even if it's teamwork within your group, being able to work within your group, or teamwork with working with your customers, because I learned how to look at my customers or our customers not as customer and salesperson, but more like a long-term relationship where you you always try to gain something from both sides. So teamwork does not only exist within your company or within your group, but also outside it. And then we have the different, relationship building, and then we have collaboration, also something that I spent a lot of time working with, and adaptability. um, so I learned a lot, and as I will say it again and again and again, but the challenges that I faced is something that I today will have in my backpack, and I saw it as opportunities, and I gained all the knowledge all the time.
Sorry, network problem. Great that you have mentioned adaptability. That's if you go anywhere at any environment, you can adapt and do whatever you want to do. So in that point, how do you think how students can develop different skills? If you share of some suggestion, in a sense, how students when they're at universities, how they can develop skills.
Oh, you can develop skills everywhere you go. It's important to understand that opportunities doesn't come handed to you. You have to see them and take them. And opportunities can be small as big, and all the opportunities that you get is earning skills, is getting skills, and trying to view all of the things you do in your life to gain skills. And if you're having trouble finding it, you can always go online. You can always go to your neighbor, go to your professor, go to reach out to some random person on LinkedIn and try to see the opportunity in it. You can gain skills by watching YouTube, you can gain skills by reading a book. But for me, the best way of increasing my skills and increasing my level of skills is by doing. I do everything by hand. I do everything as much as the first time I get an question or I get the opportunity, I take it. Even if I'm like, I'm not gonna do this, I have no clue what I'm doing. Just do it. And if it's a failure, you will learn from it. Um, and also in today's society, it's hard to, as a girl and as a woman, to balance the life balance. Having the, even if you're a sibling, you are a sister, you have responsibilities to your family, and then you also have the wants for being a professional woman, being able to provide for yourself, etc., etc. And it's important to say that it's okay to not be the best at everything. And when you're not the best at everything, when you fail sometimes, that's when you gain the skill. That's when you learn how to fail. And how to fail is almost more important than how to succeed, because that's when you take that extra step. Learning how to go from failure to success is one of the biggest skills you can have. And how to learn those skills is only by doing. Just do it, do it, do it. If it's a skill by time, if you have to improve your skill in time management, just do it. Start with to-do list. Start with planning your life. Planning, you don't have to plan your life in 1 year ahead. Start with weeks, start with month, start with day to day. And then it will get a habit. You will start it as a habit and you will implement it in your life. Um, and don't forget that the second you walk out your door, the second I walk out my door, the second I put up my screen, it's an opportunity to learn new skills. It's an opportunity to learn how to present yourself, how to get those skills that might be needed. And there are no skills that is unnecessary. So you just take the opportunity. Always, always, always. And remember that it's okay to fail. I failed 100 times, trust me.
Definitely, this is important to that adventurous mind to explore things and develop. Uh, Tell us about your organization, C Apartments. What is it about and what it does?
Mm-hmm. C Apartments is a family business, which we started in 2023. So we just celebrated 1 year, where we have an apartment building where we rent out 5 different apartments, and um, our slogan is "Home Far Away from Home." We try to make it in today's society, in today's world around us. It's so expensive by living, and we try to make this home feeling being there for people traveling. So what we offer is rooms with it's hotel rooms, but we have a shared kitchen for those who wants to stay in longer periods. So we're still a small business, still working us way through it. We're not really sure how where we're doing. We're constantly learning, constantly trying out new skills, learning new strategies to market, to sell. etc. But so it's our little baby. It's only 1 year old, but the company, but it's an apartment building based in Gothenburg that we're renting out as an hotel, but more homey. We use it so our guests will feel more home than staying at a hotel.
Perfect, perfect. And so if we talk about a little bit challenges as a student, how do you uh, face how do you what is your approach towards challenges, and how you overcome any challenge whenever you face them? What is your strategy?
Oh, there's a lot of strategies. But one thing that I've been taught since I could walk is to always ask. If you face some challenges, if you have problems adjusting, problems learning, problems understanding what your professor wants, understanding how to write that essay or present that pitch, always ask. We're in school to learn, we're in university to learn, and if we already knew all of this stuff, we wouldn't go here, right? So always ask. And that was one of the hardest things for me in the beginning, because it's easy to think like, if I ask, I'm wrong, and if I ask, I don't know, and if I ask, I'm bad. But always in life, wherever you go, when I'm sitting at a board meeting as a board member, or when I'm sitting in classroom as a student, asking is the nicest way of showing appreciation to your coworkers and to your professors. So the second you face challenges, always ask for help, and surround yourself with people that actually wants to help. And then 100%, as we talked about before, the time management. We all students face challenges in time management. We all do, and I'm there as well, trying to puzzle it all together. Um, but as I said, view challenges as opportunities instead. It's okay to fail. It's okay to not be the best every time. And when you face a challenge, always ask for help. Try to get a role model, someone that, even if it's a celebrity or some person you cannot get in touch with, but also try to find someone that is working by your side. And I have a saying that is, never be the smartest person in the room. You should never be the smartest person in the room, because if you are, then you're in the wrong room. Um, and use that to your advantage, by not being the smartest person. Always, even if there's someone who says the wrong things, or someone that is not facing the same challenge as you can always learn something from each other. And teamwork and learning how to talk to people, how to ask for help from people, how to help other people are skills that are vital, in your everyday life, in your business life, in your entrepreneurship side of life. It will always have an important role.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I, what do you suggest for the to students, how they can broaden their global mindset, and what are the must to develop skill sets for them?
How to broaden their global view and global insights is only do your best. Like, always, you can always dream bigger. Always, it's hard in the beginning, and it's hard because you're scared of dreaming too big, but you cannot. And in the beginning, keep your goals to yourself, keep your dreams to yourself, and reach out to people that you might never believe that they will answer. Believe in yourself. And use, today we have AI, we have all of these social medias, and use that to your advantage, because it's hard as a teenager or as a person in your 20s to go out there and sell yourself and promote yourself. But use these millennium tools that we actually have, with LinkedIn, with Instagram, with YouTube, whatever, and reach out to people that nowadays we actually have that tool to use. um, so I would 100% say that. And believe in yourself. It's okay to fail. It's okay to write to a person and say, hi, I want to help you, I want to learn from you. And if they don't reach back to you, that's okay. The world doesn't end. And if you write to 50 different people, some of them will answer. um, and
Definitely.
it's a skill you have to gain as well, and that is increasing all the time, developing this. But take all opportunities, try to, yeah, use the tools that we actually do have and that are for free, and use those to market yourself, in a way that will reach global, um, audience. And if you don't know how to, there are a lot of books you can read. There are a lot of YouTube videos, and everyone is promoting for free how to promote yourself all the time. So as long as you believe in yourself and take the opportunity, I believe that everything is possible. And as long as you put your mind to it, you will you will make it, even if it's, in a day or in 10 years, who knows. But stick to your values all the time. Stick to your values. In that way, when you stick to your values, you will not get tired of it. You will actually enjoy doing it. And yeah, that's what I have to say. Always continue. Failure is failure. If you want to have a broader perspective, then you have to go and earn it. You have to go and earn it.
Yeah,
It doesn't come for free, and it's
definitely.
the hard truth, but that's it.
Great. How do you, as a student, so how do you see like the technological advancement, AI, blockchain, and what the advancements people are talking about? How do you see AI, like technological advancements, and how are you planning to cope up with these advancements and in terms of knowledge or skills development?
hmm I believe that it's hard. Of course, it's hard to say now, but I would 100% say that technology, we should use it in our favor. It was the same thing when Google came up. Everyone was skeptical about it. But I use it every day. I use it to do my to do list, I use it to come up with new ideas. And we should not be afraid of it, because AI, we should use it as a tool. We should use it as something that is providing us the information, helping us with time management, increasing the things we can do in time. Um, and I use AI all the time, and I believe, my personal beliefs is that it will be implemented more and more and more in our day-to-day life, in our business life, in entrepreneurship and technology, in creation of product, everything. AI will be there. And the youth right now, we have the opportunity to learn it from the beginning. We don't have to, adapt in the same way as the older people might do. So use it to our advantage. But it's important to still, because it's easy to use AI that much that you lose the creativity. So it's important to use AI as the auditing for your life. But remember that AI is still a computer, so you will still need your what makes you special, and especially this for entrepreneurs. AI can help you with the manuscript, but with the lines is something that you have to come up with yourself. Um, your own creativity and your own imagination is what will take you to the next level. But use AI for sure. I use it all the time, and right now, who knows, in 10 years, right now, I don't believe that we should be afraid of it. Ra- Hello.
Yep. Sorry, the internet interruption.
No
Yeah,
worries.
that is it. We have to take technological advantage as a friend to like do things efficiently.
Exactly.
Um, this is great. So the the point is like what is your dream? We are almost at the end of the session. So just know one thing. What is your dream and how you are planning to, achieve it?
Hmm.
In short.
In short, I can talk about this all the time. My dream. Wow, I'm dreaming about different things all the time. I'm dreaming about different goals all the time. But for sure, my dream is to have an impact. My dream is to be able to be, in short, say, I will say that my dream is to make my parents proud and my children's, and be my children's role model. And it's not only, of course, I want to have my own company one day. I would love to be my own boss and work for myself. But the reason why I want to do that is to have an impact. I would love to have the opportunity to not only help myself and help my family, but also help others. Even if it's the kids at Vale Vale, or if it's like this, helping other entrepreneurs, giving my insight. But my dream for sure is to be secure in myself, never lose the interest of learning new skills, learning new, gaining new knowledges, um, and being able to do more than helping myself 100%. And then which direction I will take, if it's to the left or to the right or back or forth, we'll know later. But for now, that's 100% my goal. And I'm working on it every day. Like, you cannot have a goal and dream high if you're not going to
Yeah,
choose to work for it every day. Um, and of course, it will not be easy. It's never easy. If you dream big, it will not be easy. Um, but it's easy to say what you're dreaming about. And when you talk about that, it's easy to forget the road to the goal. Um, and that is something that I have learned through all my different stages of work. I have a such big, diverse background, and what I wish I did more was enjoying the ride to the goal rather than the goal, because the goal will be there for a day or two, but the road there is can be years, weeks, months,
yeah,
decades, and you should enjoy that more than rather than the goal. 100%.
definitely. So, like overall, a clear picture where I'm going, where I want to see myself, and working on that. And very powerful message that you have shared is every day, going towards or in short or a small task, but every day developing and working on it is very important as well. So, sorry, Cornelia, thank you so much. For your valuable insights and your suggestions and your lessons you have learned so far and things that you're doing, how you're efficiently utilizing your student life and while enjoying it and managing time, and the way you enjoy your work, study is definitely because you're loving what you're doing. So this is so important for everyone, for professionals, students. If they love what they're doing, so they will just continuously enjoying it and going to the top level. Thank you so much again on behalf of School of Entrepreneurship Development for your valuable insights, and definitely it is going to help our students to create awareness about and broaden their mindset. Thank you so much, and we wish you very best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. And I would also like to say that if anyone has any questions or want to reach out, because that's what we're here to learn new
Yep,
skills and expand our global eyes, you can always write to me on LinkedIn as well. And thank you for having me.
definitely.
It's been a pleasure.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.